Picture this. You're standing on the banks of America's most critical river, a lifeline that sustains 40 million people across the entire Southwest. But here's the contradiction. The Colorado River doesn't actually reach the ocean anymore. It just stops. Somewhere in the desert about 7 miles short of the Gulf of California, it literally disappears. And if current trends hold, within 5 years, that loss will be complete. The entire river system will hit zero discharge. No flow, no water, nothing. The Colorado River was supposed to be eternal. It was supposed to flow. Instead, it is now the subject of the most desperate negotiations in American water history, with 7 states, countless tribes, and 40 million people all fighting over a resource that is vanishing faster than anyone thought possible. This is the story of how one river became the ghost story, haunting the American West. For over a century, the Colorado River was the miracle that made the desert bloom. Dams and diversions turned the arid Southwest into an agricultural empire. Las Vegas rose from the sand. Los Angeles quenched its thirst. Phoenix sprawled across the Sonoran Desert. Entire states built their futures on the promise of reliable Colorado River water flowing eternally downhill. But that promise was built on a lie. When the 1922 Colorado River Compact was signed, the engineers who designed it made a catastrophic assumption. They based the entire water allocation on measurements taken during the wettest 20-year stretch in 400 years. They promised 16.5 million acre-feet of water every single year. That's enough water to fill Lake Mead completely in just 1 year. They promised it to 7 states. They promised it to Mexico. They promised it would never run dry. And then the Southwest got hot. Not just warmer, hotter than it's been in 1,200 years. Temperatures across the Colorado River Basin have climbed steadily, relentlessly, for more than 2 decades. Warmer air doesn't just feel uncomfortable. It accelerates evaporation from every surface. Snow melts earlier and faster, so springtime runoff peaks weeks before it used to. The soil bakes harder, drinks more, gives back less. The mega drought that began in the year 2000 wasn't caused by a single factor. It was caused by everything at once. Climate scientists have calculated that human-caused warming has slashed the Colorado's natural water supply by roughly 20%. That's the volume of water equivalent to an entire Lake Mead, simply erased by heat. But even that staggering number doesn't capture the full catastrophe. The Colorado River system, Lake Mead and Lake Powell, the 2 largest reservoirs in America, has lost 33.5 million acre-feet of water between 2000 and 2023. Think about that magnitude. That's enough water to fill the entire California aqueduct system 10 times over. It's the entire annual residential water supply for the entire United States. Gone. Vanished. Dr. Michael Weber, energy and water researcher at the University of Texas at Austin, has explained that the drying is a perfect storm of overuse and climate change colliding at maximum velocity. We allocated more water than was actually flowing, he has stated. And now that it's getting hotter and the climate is changing, we have even less. Not drought, not simple shortage, a structural impossibility. 40 million people relying on a system that cannot possibly deliver what it promised. The numbers sound abstract until you stand at the edge of Lake Mead and see the white rings on the canyon walls, ghost marks showing where the water line used to be. In the year 2000, Lake Mead was 95% full. Today, it's 34% full. That white band you see stretching across the red rock, sometimes called the bathtub ring, is a visual record of 2 decades of decline. Every foot of that white scar represents a year of water loss. Every ring is a broken promise. Lake Powell, the 2nd largest reservoir, tells the same story through a different lens. In January 2026, Lake Powell's elevation was projected at 3,538 feet, about 162